What is good, fight fans? It's Ashley's Corner. Shout out to the LDBC. Now, I watched that Lopez fight last night against the Japanese cat, man. And when I realized Japanese cat was undefeated, I knew this was not going to be an easy fight for Lopez. I really didn't think that he was going to he was going to knock him out. I didn't think that. I didn't think that either, but I didn't make no video about the fight. But it was a hard fight for him. He has a lot of things that he needs to add on to his boxing, and he looked pretty out of it. He looked like his head kind of wasn't in the fight because he didn't change anything. It seems like he went to the corner repeatedly, and the game plan never changed, and he continued to get hit with a lot of body shots and straight right hands, as you can see in his picture. I understand he's only 14-0 now after that fight, and he does have some things to learn. But he calls himself the takeover, and he challenges Lomachenko and doesn't show him much respect verbally. He don't show a lot of fighters respect verbally, and because of that, you're supposed to hold your own when it comes to fighting fighters like the one that he fought last night. And I'm not saying you're supposed to blow him out of the water, but you're supposed to show that you can change the game plan and you can have an answer for a straight right hand, or have a different game plan for those body shots that he was continuously eating. But the biggest issue I had with Teofimo Lopez last night wasn't anything that he did. It was something that he said. After the fight, the man came in the ring and asked Teofimo Lopez some questions. And the first question he asked is, how did he rate his performance? And he said it sucked and whatnot. And what he said was, and I quote, okay, Teofimo Lopez, and I quote, was his exact words. He said, "The guy is tall, like 6 foot, man. But you know what? From this point, we find guys my height. So we don't got to worry about nobody else no more. No more tall guys or anything like that." End of quote. I got a problem with that. Big problem with that. And I am a fan of Teofimo Lopez. I like the way he fight. And other fans should have a problem with that statement as well, because it just sounds like you're planning to cherry pick from now on. Whoever gets put in front of you, you should fight, and you should have confidence enough to beat, regardless if you're knocking that person out, or if it's a TKO stoppage, or if it goes to decision. You should always have faith in yourself and not just call off fighting taller guys. Like, you're going to fight people, you're going to find people around your height. Like, if the people in your division is around your height, it don't need to be said. It is what it is. But you're making the statement like you're going to make sure you don't fight those guys. Or should I say, duck those guys that's taller than you. Maybe the takeover is just for 135 pounds. But I thought the takeover was who you are. I thought the takeover is Teofimo Lopez. That's you. Regardless of who you're fighting, what division it is, or where you're at. You're the takeover. You're the showstopper. That's how I took it. But if he plans on moving up to 140, like he campaigns at, I seen him talking to Regis Prograis and the father, both saying, "You should fight my son." And that, he talks to people at 140 like that. He has plans of moving up sometime after this takeover at 135. And saying that is like there's a vacant belt, and then Lomachenko got all the belts, and then Richard Comedy, he's supposed to be fighting Richard Comedy next. He could be at 140 in a year or two. And I think the fighters and the champions that's at 140 right now are still going to be there. Now, when he says his height, Teofimo Lopez is 5'8", and he has a 68.5-inch reach. He got hit continuously with a straight right hand. He could not judge the distance of the taller fighter, and you can tell. It was very obvious. The fighter he fought last night, 11.5, it says 5'11.5, and he has a 71-inch reach. Now, how I look at it is the guy's 3.5 inches taller than you, and he had a two and a half reach advantage. Now, when he gets up to 140, he got Maurice Hooker, the WBO champ, which is 5'11 also, and with a longer reach at 80 inches. He just fought a guy at 71-inch reach. Bruh, I'm telling you. The best idea is to fix the problems you have in boxing, not just to ignore the things that you do wrong and just fight guys your height. The best thing is just fix that shit and fight the people that is put in front of you. But besides him, you have Josh Taylor. He's the IBF champion now at 140. And he's 5'10 with a 69.5-inch reach. And you have Ramirez, which is WBC champ. He's 5'10 with a 72.5-inch reach. Hell, you should be glad Robert Easter ain't still a champ at 135. He's the former IBF champ, Robert Easter Jr., and he's 5'11 with a 76-inch reach. He has a 5-inch reach advantage on the guy he fought last night. Okay, you remember Ranches, Bartholomew or whatever his name is? He just fought. Robert Easter just fought that guy. He's 5'10 with a 72-inch reach, 72.5-inch reach. Both of these guys are at 135. You know, and you have a matter of fact, you remember how Mikey Garcia, Javier Fortuna, or Denis Shavakov? You remember how they fought Robert Easter Jr.? You remember that? Okay? Mikey's 5'6 with a 68-inch reach. Fortuna is 5'6.5 with a 68.5-inch reach. Denis Shavakov is 5'5 with a 68.5-inch reach. Lopez is 5'8 with a 68.5-inch reach, ladies and gentlemen. You understand what I'm getting at? It's levels to this, and I don't think he's on that level. Let's see if all of this talk calms down just a little bit, because he has work to put in the gym. He has work to do. And I'm a fan of Teofimo Lopez. You know, I've already made videos on him praising how I like his fighting style. But, I mean, I'm going to tell it like it is all day, every day. And he's about to fight. That fight that he had last night was a title eliminator fight for Richard Comey. So that's who he's looking at to fight next, okay? Richard Comey is around his height. He does get his witch. He is 5'8", he's the same height as Lopez. But he still has that 71-inch reach advantage that the same guy who fought you last night had. He had 71 inches on you. Comey's going to have 71 inches on you. And I'm letting you know, Comey's right hand looks way more vicious than the Japanese fighter you fought last night. All right, and Lopez had a few titties on his forehead and his nose. Like, you can't get touched like that with your next fight coming up as a title fight, bro. You got to tighten up, son. Seriously. Let's talk about the guy that you love to hate. How about that? Let's talk about Javante Davis, okay? Javante Davis was 17-0 when he fought an undefeated and game-ready Pedraza, which Pedraza was an undefeated fighter as well. Pedraza's 5'8", not very tall, with a 70.5-inch reach. The reach is kind of the same, just a half-inch difference in the Japanese fighter that he fought last night and Pedraza, okay? But Davis is 5'5.5", okay? Davis has 1 inch less of a reach than Lopez, and he's 3 inches shorter. So, I mean, it's kind of the same. And you see Davis dismantled Pedraza, dropped him and stopped him, okay? So, I mean, it's levels to this, okay? You look further than Pedraza, you see the guy Francisco. Matter of fact, everybody that he fought is 3 or 4 inches taller than him, if not the same height as Davis. Everybody's taller than him. So just to let you know, you can fight a taller fighter and be perfect in that. You know what I'm saying? Tevin Farmer has good defense when it comes to taller fighters. And that's the only comment you ever going to hear me give Tevin Farmer. But at the same time, Teofimo Lopez, I'm a fan, and you need to work on your defense. But out of the new prospects and, about to be contenders of the 137, hell, you got Ryan Garcia. He's 5'10". You got 70-inch reach. But you got your arch nemesis, Devon Haney, okay? Devon Haney's your height. He's 5'8", but he still got that 71-inch reach that killed you with them straight right hands last night, bruh. Just a word from the wise. I believe a lot of people said it. Timothy Bradley said it. Ward said it last night. I know there's fans out there thinking the same thing that I'm thinking, that's not cool. That's not a cool mindset to have. It's not cool to say as you're a young up-and-coming fighter after a bad night. And you need to do your homework and fix those flaws. But always like and subscribe to the channel. Peace.